last December.
Hello YouTube, it is Damien, it is the Rise of a Nation, it is episode 37, and today we have got two massive games in the context of this year. First things first, in the second round in the side bank Poklian, we have got FC Hellsinger. They were relegated last season in 12, currently sit 5th in the division below, but the league table is relatively tight, and a team I do really think would be coming up. They have some really good players. I'm going to show you their squad, and especially one guy that was there that we tried to pick up, and I think he's now at PSV. But yeah, Brian, I'll show you in a second. Since then as well, after that, we've got AGF, who currently sit 11th, but have started to winning games. They're 7 points clear, and all of a sudden, if we can win that game there, you just never know that if we win that game there, we just can eke away a bit more and start getting a bit of a points gap that we don't need to worry about finishing 11th and thus staying up in the league. I think this 11 games would be too early for that one there, but it is a good barometer. Obviously, 22 we split off into the promotion and relegation leagues. If we can keep that sort of 7-point gap throughout the year, getting to the relegation league, it's going to really put pressure on AGF to catch us with 10 games to go. Do I think it'll play out like that? I don't, because I think obviously FC Nords, AGF, are obviously two teams that should be battling in and around for European football, and OB and AB should be dropping into here. But at the same time, though, we've looked really good. Best place to show you that we look really good is I tried to rotate against FC Midtjylland, and we went out there and beat them 5-3. It was a bit of a crazy game. I'll recap it properly. We also lost to Copenhagen. We're lucky it wasn't more than 3-1. Leafy made his debut, and then Leafy in this game here was instrumental. I don't understand he only got a 7. He won every ball. He nearly scored from about 35 yards with the longest range hit I've ever seen in my life that hit the bar. And he got a 7. Centre mid ratings are a little bit poor. If you have a look at this game, though, we did rotate, slightly. Yet again, free striker up top is OP. We did rotate slightly in areas. Suarez came in. Callum came back from injuries for the first game. Larison got injured as well. But obviously, in the middle of the park, Yepi and Leafy came in as well. Frank played with the intention of taking him off, and we never could. Christensen playing. The Shoe obviously came in for Bum the Jar, and Zahora did too. So, slightly rotated team. And as you can see here, ladies and gentlemen, we were 4-0 up. We went into this game expecting to get beat and just saying, look, we're going to just, watch that. Since the patch, they've fixed a few things too. We can now watch goals better as well. And we've got the bar back. Oh my God. Thank you, Football Manager. In the end, from kickoff, Leafy, what a ball. Zahora's there. It's 1-0. We then go to this goal here as well. And the Shoe gets himself another goal in the league, and he is going to start today against Hellsinger because he's been in better form than Bum the Jar. Anyway, Jeppe Hansen gets on it, back into Sorare as he chips towards Roberts, doesn't find him, but when we win the ball back here, ladies and gentlemen, which we do, I think, like, in a second in the middle of the park, get ready to watch the Shoe go. It wasn't the middle of the park, maybe. It was a bit longer. Anyway, get ready to watch the Shoe go. He gives the ball away, and the Shoe just goes, right? And he goes. Here we go. Just get ready for the Shoe. Still watch him. He's still got it, this guy. He's still deep here. And then look him take off. See you later. And he slots. I love him. There we go. 3-0 here, obviously, as well. Christian Rabiusin scores what was goal of the week. It could be goal of the year as well. He's really good. In the end, we get him on the ball from a deeper line. And we go on a run of dreams. I think it's here. Yeah, he picks it up. Beats one. Beats a second here. And just with the speed... Still goes, beats a sliding challenge, has a third that doesn't come to him, and he bangs it in. It's a great goal. And then we made it number 4 here, early doors as well, with Frank getting his first of 2 in today's game as well. Don't like how late these highlights are starting, but, there we are. And that's probably too far. Here we go. This should be it. Yeah, we get the ball to Zahora's feet, and what a ball it is too. First time by the man, we're probably going to lose, and Frank scores. They got a couple goals back, obviously, as well. And then if we can go into here, we can see Frank's goal, which sealed it. And it was a really, really good result. But yeah, it just highlights that A, the Shoe can still carve it at this level. B, Frank is a freak of nature. By the way, we were willing this ball to get in. It didn't want to really, did it? It's like having a putt and it kind of just rolls around the edge of the hole and then decides to drop. It was whatever. But yeah, really good game. They were really good on the day as well. And obviously 3 up top. But with them only having 3 at the bank and Frank going and the Shoe going, it was really good. Anyway, FC Hellsinger is a team that we do rate really highly here, and Mateus Hebo is their key player. As you can see, even in the division below, he is fantastic in the middle of the park. He's not having the best of year. Either is the guy. But they've got numbers, but if you go to transfer history, Brian, wherever he is not here. I want to show you how good Brian was. They also got this guy in here, but I don't think he's at Helsinger anymore. He's in the reserves, one of our former men. But I think he left on a free in the end. Yeah, there he is. He's still here, Brian. He's on the out soon. He's still here. There he is. Actually going to Lao Sorain in the Swiss League. I thought he was going to PSV. But we've been trying to pick him up for years since he left on a free to Kode Helsinger from Yamabukt and AAB. But yeah, he's been here and he's been playing, but not overly well. But he's a guy that we need to watch out for. Definitely their key man on my paper. Anyway, in terms of the team, I am going to stick with a similar team that kind of did the job. Frederick Anderson's just come back from injury. I could bring him in here and get Yeppy out, which is not a bad idea. I might do it because if Roberts doesn't last, we'll get Yeppy out at right back as well. Or Leafy's actually training to play right back as well. But either or, we've actually got to keep him on the bench because his form's been good. Bubnajar and this guy here in Ramussen, you might remember, scored 60-odd goals last season in the reserves. Has scored 8 this year and 8. That I've now got him on the bench. Ben Nielsen's been coming back from injury, developing well, but I want him to play an extended period in the 19s just to get him, scoring some goals in the 19s. He's already got 3 now. Once he plays a couple more games, I'll definitely get him in. And obviously, Laris Friss is the 15-year-old that eventually will get into this team as well. But yeah, and Madsen, obviously, we need someone that can play on the left-hand side, don't we? We need to go and get in. Going to get Arnie in. I'm not a big fan of doing that, but Arnie will get in on the left-hand side as well. He's been really good, developing really great. It's just such a shame he's leaving, but yeah, it is what it is. Anyhow, we are going to go with Robert in goals. Cullen at right back from injury. He hasn't been great, but it is what it is. Fernandez and Tony Christensen, who I can't sing his praise enough, probably young player of the episode. We used to do that. He's really good. Mortensen's coming in for the injured Lorison. Anderson and Kenny, the Shoe, Christensen, Paulsberg, and Zahora. I expect if we score the first goal, we'll be okay, but we'll see what happens. The locker room doesn't agree with today's roster. Apparently. I doubt it highly. It's one person saying that you really want to leave, so no. I really want Christian to go, but no one wants him, and just going to have to not want to release him on a fee either. Anyhow, their team's lining up. Brian is out there. They got an Adebayor. We played him, I think, a couple of seasons ago, and they beat us. But it'd be interesting to see what goes on here. We are going to go out there and do what we always do, which is press against the 5 at the back system. And if we score the first goal, we'll be okay. But that is that. We are in the black, they are in the white, and hopefully we can go out here and just do a job against Helsinger. Anyhow, it's an early throw into Mortensen, who I get worried every time he plays because he's a walking train wreck. But Kenny's on the ball, the big boy, and his boy over the top was for Zahora. He picks him out every time. It's just a matter of Zahora being on. And unfortunately, he's not here today, and it is going to be 0-0. I'm hoping to give Elk, I'm going to nickname him, a debut here. If we can get a couple of goals against Zahora off, more rest for Zahora, the better. We do have a league game that's very important against AGF in the next few days as well. So that's probably why I probably should have played like Leafy and that, but they might play in the next one, considering how well they played in the league just before. Anyway, early doors kind of shows us that it's been a bit of a game that we are having a bit of freedom to attack in, but not a game that we're dominating the ball in. We don't generally do that anyway because we're a bit more direct, but we go to positive, and this game is really petering out here at the moment, but it's a highlight, and Callum throws towards the Shoe, and he gets pushed in the back, and it's a penalty, and Christian Ramiulsen's going to take it. I think he is our best penalty taker by memory. He's got the most composure, so yeah, hopefully Christian steps up and does the job. Penalties, they always fill with a little bit of whatever, but that's a penalty and a half. Christian Ramiulsen has been really good this year. It's already his 4th goal of the year playing in the hole. And I'm really glad we did sign him because I do think he's going to be absolutely outstanding. And in a very even game, it's nice to send the keeper the wrong way and to go 1-0 up. And yet again, it's that man again, the Shoe, winning the pen as well. Right on half time, we do get ourselves a 1-0 lead, a very important 1-0 lead here in the Cup. And the winners will play Hivador. Why is there a knock on the door? I do not know. Give us a second. Sorry, YouTube. Next door apparently having an 18th birthday party. I'm not even going to be here. But they were kind enough to let us know. It's always nice that they do that. But we're 1-0 up here and dominating the game. And hopefully we can just keep on going here. At the moment, they're only 1-0 up, but we are leading. I am going to give him his debut. Rasmus is more of a winger. I might actually move him out there, We might get him in his preferred role. I reckon. We'll get the Shoe up top. And we'll get him in his preferred role as an inside forward coming in. Why not? He's fairly quick. Get the shoe in that advanced forward role. And I feel like that's what we're going to do here. And away we go. 62 minutes played. It's a good game to get him out there. We're dominating. And hopefully he can go out there and do a job. Frank also, by the way, looks dead. And it's the whole reason we brought Arnie in as well. Anyone else looking really dead? Callum is. Leafy can come in there for you. Callum, why not? Done. We are dominating, but we haven't got that goal. And they could FM us here with a late one themselves. But hopefully we go out there and do a job. Christensen looking absolutely dead. So is the shoe, but that's fine. It's a highlight here. It's Mortensen, Christian Ramilson. Mum's TV just got really loud then. Jesus. Anyway, Frederick Anderson back from injury. Kenny now. Good ball. Leafy out wide. He plays very well when he gets on the ball. Unfortunately, that's not well done. But Ramilson picks it up. The ball in. Oh my, he scored. He didn't mean it. Rasmussen El-Kajar. His first ever start. His first ever game on debut with a slice cross scores his first ever goal. I guess when you score 65 goals in an under-19 season, you're allowed to get a little bit of luck, aren't you? Here he is. This ball was absolutely meant for the shoe. And in the end, keeper kind of came. The shoe kind of went for it. And both of them kind of left it. And it's just found its way into the back of the net. It's 2-0 and all she wrote, really. Unless they scored two late ones. It's cleared away. Depending on who's running after this, we might even get on it. In the end, Hebo does. But Christensen stands him up and does well. I think we can't make one more change, but we will. Oh, we can. Good. We'll get him off. And Bum the Jug can go do a job. Anyway. Jensen with the ball. Ball over the top. Cleared away. Only as far as Rasmussen. And he chips. Jensen, he is going to be sorely missed. Will he score? It's in the end. It's a great tackle. Would have been nice. It's probably the last time you guys YouTube will probably see him in an episode. I don't really use him unless I really have to because he is leaving. Don't blame him. He's obviously going to a better division. But yeah. Anyway, a 2-0 win here in the Cup. We get Hivador, who you might remember we played last season in the playoff race a couple of times. But we get them in the next round because it's already been drawn. This game has been postponed once due to international duty. You had a lot of people on under 23 duty, both clubs. But yeah, we do get through. AGF get through in extra time. It's nice to see that they've gone to extra time as well. And there we are. He scores on debut. It's nice to see it. And I think he's going to be absolutely over the moon with that as well. Hey, one game played for the club. One goal. Unreal. Give him credit. And there we go. We do get Hivador in the third round. That should be a game that we should be winning. In terms of when that game is, in terms of if I'll bring it to you or not. Bromby smacked us in the league. We could show you it. But at the same time, I'm not sure. I wouldn't mind giving you maybe the last game of the season. I'll play it by ear if we do show you that game. Anyway, YouTube, I'll be back in a second here for the AGF game. And hopefully we go out there and win that one. Win that. All of a sudden, all I'm going to say is that we shouldn't be going down with that much of a gap, even though I know it's only been 11 games played. Welcome back, YouTube. It is now time to play AGF in a massive game in the league. We are 7 points clear. Win this game here. You just never know where we will be. Anyhow, we've looked pretty good in terms of the team. I don't think we're going to rotate too much. We're just going to get straight into it, really. Latest score see that OB is losing to AAB, which is massive. Copenhagen did get beat by FC Midtjylland to keep them in the title race. And Coach might be getting a point against FC Nord as the latest scores go on. In terms of everything going on, I think we are going to go and... Huh? What happened there? I don't know why Kenny wasn't in there, but sure. Alright, they gave me a heart attack that Kenny somehow left the club. Whew. Alright, we are going to go and play Jeppe Hansen A, firstly. Now, promising midfielder. For those that don't know how the rankings work in media description, promising comes just under Wonder Kid. So it's Wonder Kid promising, and then they might be like committed or hardworking or whatever. And sometimes they'll switch between them all. He's gone from being young to promising. When I see that, my eyes light up and go, oh yeah, it's something really good. Same thing can be said about Christian Ramilson. He's developing so well. Technically looks like a player and a half at this level. It has to be said. Anyhow, with that in mind, I am going to play Jeppe over Frederick Anderson, which may be a bit harsh. I do like the guy, I really have. He's on a big amount of wage here too, that maybe it might get to the stage that we sell him. But with the injury that we have been having to Hukic, who has been injured for a fair amount of time, that maybe it's better to have a proper backup centre attacking mid on the bench to change the game if Christian has a shocker than bringing him in from the middle of the park into here. And so Hansen's going to get a start. Anyhow, we are going to go with Robert in goals and Roberts out at right back. Fernandez and Christensen Tony, by the way, has now developed into quite the league, Superliga centre back, and he's only going to develop more. I honestly think him and Frank could really grow into being players that could be here for 10, 15, 20 years plus in terms of the level. Mortensen at left back there as well. Bobnager's going to come in for the shoe. I just need to get him some game time. This is not a bad game to get him into as well. He's coming back from injury yet again. But obviously really good on paper. Frank out there as well, and Zahora there too. And look, the shoe's been in great form. I do love the shoe. I feel like with the shoe, what I will do is definitely use him as a super sub. Definitely see a lot of him. And yeah, hopefully he'll come out and do a job. Rasmussen as well, the youngster, still makes the bench here, Elk. And hopefully, we don't really need to see him today. He did score again in the under-19s with Ben Nielsen, who's been playing there. But yeah, hopefully we don't need to see him. But if we do, hopefully he grows. Anyway, I don't really have anything to say about the coach match. Nords are a hard game, why not? We all have to continue. This is mainly due to being pumped by Bromby and then FC Milan scoring 3 past us. So we have the worst defence in the league because left back and right back, we are shocking. I thought Callum was a lot better than this, but he's been really found out this year. He's obviously been injured and we've had makeshifts out at right back, but I think we'll be okay anyway. We have started really well here against AFG. 63% of the ball. We pumped him in a pre-season game 4-1, so hopefully we get a win here. And saying that, as soon as we move the positive, they've had a couple of chances. Game is really petering out. We really need to get on top and really show our quality here. A draw would almost be like a defeat, I feel like, at home. Away from home, we'll take a draw every day, but hopefully at home we can see something. In the end, this game has really just been a game of nothing. We've done what we wanted to in terms of the ball was great, and defensively, yeah, great, but 0-0 half-time, I'm far from pleased. And we saw nothing in terms of a highlight here at all. I'm going to tell us to demand more. I don't really do it too much, but I need to see us getting at people, and it's finally a highlight. And Callum throws in the Christensen. He hasn't seen the ball once. We haven't seen anyone really on the ball. And Callum again, ball in to Kenny. He's good when he wants, and there's ball in looking for Zahora. He's there, he's headed it, he's offside, unfortunately. And it's going to be disallowed for offside. And there we are, and you can tell that we don't really feel our stadium too much, do we? It's going to be disallowed for offside. Our first highlight here, it is going to be disallowed. Zahora was offside by a mile. It looked like it live anyway. We know Kenny loves this little ball over the top. And yeah, he's off by an absolute country mile. But at the moment, nothing really happening out there. So highlight again. It's going to be our throw in deep. And hopefully we just find a goal here. I don't want to really have to go attacking. I don't want to really have to throw too many men forward and get hit on the break. Anyway, Christian's there, first time. He is just so good. Mortensen's throw in, they kind of let it bounce. And Christian just, with the presence of mind to hit it first time and not take a touch, is brilliant. And it is 1-0 SFB. And that actually moves us into 5th. But yeah, it drops past and he just goes, okay, it's a nice one to hit. Keeper wrong-footed because I don't think he's expecting the shot. And from absolute nothing, it's 1-0 and hopefully the game opens up now. And Mortensen now finds Christensen again. And his ball going there. Looks inside the Bubnager. What a touch. It's blasted in. The flag has gone up. And yeah, it's flown in. He might have been offside. I think he was. VAR will have a closer look. I have seen a couple of goals get overturned. But that was in the Premier League. And offside. It looked slightly off. It was a great run from Bubnager. He's been a bit unlucky. He scored a few goals this year where he's been just slightly offside. But the ball from Christian, unreal. He is off by a mile. And there we are. We are 1-0 still. But starting to really see a bit more of a better way in this game. Anyway, midfield not having the best of the game out here. But Leafy's actually going to come in light for light because he knows how to win the ball back. And he's been in really good form. And knows how to hit him from distance too. Bubnager not having his best of the game as well. I am going to bring the shoe in. Bubnager has played enough minutes here. We have got a highlight. Or not. Maybe it was because I was making a change. And Christensen looks a bit dead out there. But I don't want to really commit myself to one more change being 1-0 up in such an important game. Here we go. Just please don't do it. Kenny does well. Maybe we can get on it. We won't. That's going to be recycled out here. And Paulson whips it. In the end, Robert comes in, claims. And he hasn't kept a clean sheet, I don't think, in his career year, apart from in the cup. But hopefully we'll be all right. So not bad kick looking for Frank, but just didn't put enough on it. And there's a ball over the top that Tony wins. He wins everything. And Mortensen looking for Zahora. That's poor. But we won't get on that either. Mora now going on the run. Still going. Beats a challenge. Going to hit from distance. He's just over the bar. 84 minutes play. We've been okay, but I don't like it here at the moment at all, really. They've switched into a 4-2-3-1, which makes me want to stay 4-2-3-1 and match him. And with 90 minutes played, I am going to make a change. I do have to go in and try and just see this game out. Amber Wilson's actually going to move into here. I'm going to get Kenny back a line into a deep line playmaker on defend. And I am going to get Christian off here for Frederick Anderson. And I am going to get Zahora in for Rasmussen, who will make another appearance, because why not? Or We don't do that, actually. We do this. And we get Suarez all the way back here. Christensen can come back here too. One of them into the middle, please. I hate Football Manager sometimes. There we go. I just want to shut up shop. Want to shut up shop and not concede here. If they score from this high because I'm making change, I'll be loved. Is that a goal kick? It's offside. Beautiful. All right, boys. Be time waste. We need to take so long to take this highlight. Come on, boys. Get home. We keep a clean sheet. I think that's our first clean sheet in the league. I'll double check that. We get in a very important 1-0 win. Cameron Roberts, who I did slate before, by the way, having not a bad game out there at right back, has to be said. Back four having a really good game, and in the end, we did a job. Christian Ramilson scores a very nice goal. Well done, guys. It's a great win for us, and that is magnifique. It's perfect. It's superb. It is beautiful. And that's a massive win. That puts us so far ahead of GF. It's 10 points. AGF now 10 points behind us. And all of a sudden, we're in a 10-point gap, half the league to go until we move into the playoff promotion relegation. Next checkpoint is, can we be anywhere between 8 and 10 points ahead of him again in another 11 matches' time? That's definitely the next checkpoint. But in the end, it's a great win for us. We do really well. We haven't got a post-match press conference to get through as well, but we will do that in our own time. In terms of next episode, I feel like I want to do this AAB game with another game. I'm going to leave the Hivador game, and if we get through, I do think they always put the fourth round in and around here, because we've always had it in like previous games where it's just smack bang in during our break when we were in the previous divisions. In this division, we break in December. It's not as long as a break, which is really nice, thank God. Keeps them more in line with Europe, which is good. But that means that we should, if we get through the third round, which we do, should have a cup game and a league game to give you next episode. If it doesn't work out to be like that, we get knocked out, whatever, I'll show you obviously how we got knocked out by Hivador as well. And then I'll come back in for probably 2 league games to end off the league season. Anyway, for me and everybody else, that's going to be the end of episode 37. A great episode, an episode where we went out there, we won the games that we needed to, we got through Helsinger, and we kept the clean sheet in the league, and we beat AGF, and we find ourselves, top 6, but find ourselves more importantly 10 points clear of the drop after 11 games played.